Shani. Welcome back. So it is that time again for our weekly roundup, where I go over all of the eyeshadow palettes I used over the past week and I rank them from least liked to most liked. Now today we have 8 slots, and some of the slots have more than one palette, and one palette makes an appearance more than once. I'm just confusing it for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and tell you what I thought of the palette and the looks that I did. So, do I have to tell you anything else? I don't believe so. Number 8, we have the ADEPT Cosmetics SAMARIAN Sunset Palette. Now, I only got to do, I think, 1 or 2 looks with this, so I haven't really explored the palette as much. I do like the shimmers, as I typically do with ADEPT. I do feel like some of them have a bit more texture than some of the other ADEPT palettes that I've used. I could throw away all these mattes, and I wouldn't miss them one bit, like several, like all of my exes. Throw them away. Anyway, so I enjoyed this. I just haven't had a chance to really explore it. I don't like the mattes are okay in the ADEPT palettes, but what I enjoy the most is actually using the shimmers and pairing them with other things that I have in other palettes. And I do like that you are able to take these pans out because they are magnetized, and you can like mix and match with other ADEPT palettes. So this was at number 8, just because I haven't had a chance to really play with it, and also I don't think it's at the top of my list of favorites from ADEPT. I really like most of the other palettes, kind of all of the other palettes I have from them, so this would come a lot lower on my ranking list of ADEPT palettes. Let me know if you want a ranking of that. That was number 8. Number 7 is actually a kind of build your own palette that I did. These are the 4 shades I used. This is Keep Smiling from Sydney Grace. This is Requiem from Sydney Grace. This is Amber from Sydney Grace. And then this is from Cleona, and it's called Shani. I had to use it, come on. So yeah, I used this when I was doing my makeup in my office this week. I really liked it. I feel like I had quite a few neutral looks this week. This was a nice neutral like look, but still had a bit of shimmer and also a bit of like green. So I really enjoyed that. It also had like a rusty color as well. So I really liked it, and I enjoy putting together my own palettes. So I believe like a month or a couple months back, I did a whole week of just my own palettes that I put together. I think they were all quads. I'm not understanding why this air conditioner is not on. So let me know if you want me to do something like that again, but I try to be pretty purposeful in using my singles because I have a lot. Okay. Number 6. This is a palette that is going to make a couple of appearances. That is the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. This is newly released. Like, has it been a week? I think it's just been a week. And I have used this several times. I was able to do a very simple look with this for work the other day. And I remember I only had like 30 minutes to get ready because I had gone to a yoga class. I was in the class by myself. Has that ever happened to you? Like, it really pushed my practice further because I was like, this teacher is not gonna play me. I'm about to hold this downward dog. I'm about to hold this plank. What else you need me to do, girl? So I was like really giving her yoga realness. But I got home and I had to hurry up because I had a client via telehealth, and I was like, I need something super quick that I don't have to put too much thought into, and I pulled out this Groundwork palette, and I really liked the look. Now, initially it looked really simple to me, but then when I saw myself on camera for the session, I was like, wow, this is like a really nice look. So enjoyed that. Number 5, this is the Dose of Colors She's a 10 palette that they released for their 10th anniversary as a company. This is another one where I got a really nice neutral look for, I think this was like yesterday? Yeah, this was yesterday that I used this palette. I used to have quite a few more ADEPT cosmetics, quite a few more Dose of Colors cosmetics palettes. I remember the Friendcation palette I had for a long time, and I panned so many shades in that palette. And then there were a couple of other palettes I had from them. I definitely had most of their 5 pans, which I gave to my sister because she really just likes all matte shadows. Anyway, so I enjoyed this look. One thing is that the mattes are very, very powdery. I think that's pretty consistent for Dose of Colors. I'm not quite remembering, but just be mindful that if you use their palettes, you're gonna have a lot of kick up from the powders. Just gotta tap them off and you'll be good to go. But I was able to do a really quick, neutral, work-friendly look for this in a short amount of time. So what number is that? 8765. Okay. So we're heading back to Danessa land. And the next one, 8765. I can count. 4 is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 3 palette, along with, again, the Groundwork palette. Now, I think probably my favorite way to use this Groundwork palette is pairing it with this Lightwork palette. I just found that they went together so well. I really liked the look that I created, and it's like they were made for each other, right? She's like a genius. Groundwork, Lightwork, put them together and it's gonna work. All right, so that was number 4. Number 3 is a combination again. I used the Sea of Shadows bundle from DEVINAH Cosmetics along with their Mystic Cove bundle, again from DEVINAH Cosmetics, and I paired those with the Lethal Cosmetics Velvet Dusk palette. And I really liked how all of this came together. I used a lot of color. I was putting just everything on my eye, and I really enjoyed it. I had fun with the look, and I love the formula of both of those companies. Number 2, now this was for the Copy Kitty look that I did for my collab with Jam Van. That is a weekly thing that we do. And I used 2 palettes. I used the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette and the Blend Bunny Lure palette. So let me show you those really quickly. This is the Cosmic Brushes one. And then this is the Lure palette. I feel like they go together really well. They're very complementary. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I feel like you can definitely pair these and make some cool looks. And the look that I did was a little different for me, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So that's why this goes at number 2, because I really enjoyed that look. Number 1 is on my eyes today. So this was a combination of palettes again. I have been trying to use at least one Mothership palette from Pat McGrath throughout the week. Girl, did you see the holiday release? Y'all, I don't think I want anything. Can you believe that? I think that's probably like the first or second time that I was like, I don't want nothing from this collection from Mother Pat. Let me know if you've seen it. If I remember, I'll try to post a little sneak peek, but I don't know, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Okay, but I'm glad I have this one. This is Mothership 9, which is Utopian Dream, and I enjoyed it. I used mainly the mattes actually, but I did use this shade here as well as this shade here, and I paired that with my CXC Nova Chrome palette, and this is actually a gift from my bestie, Jessel. We both have it because we're like the same person, but she gave this to me a couple of I guess months ago now, when she came out here to the DMV area for her pole dancing convention. And girl, she was good. So that is number one. I'm just really feeling this look today. Also, I have a client that I have somehow magically influenced with my Pat McGrath shadows. And this client is always like, is that Pat McGrath? And I'm like, yes. So I really wanted to wear this today for that client. Oh no, I'm silly. Anyway, I think that is everything that I have used for the week mostly. I don't think I've left anything out. If I did, I'll include it in next week's. No, y'all, I'm gonna be out of town doing my birthday redo with my girl Tracy. I forgot. So y'all might not, the weekly roundup might be a little late. Cause girl, we about to have some fun. Oh, I'm so excited. I know Tracy's like, can you start packing, please? Okay. Anyway, so next week is going to be a little different. And that is it. I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. I have 4 minutes before my next session starts, so I got to go. Be sure to like the video, also subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you used this week, like maybe your favorite palette and your least favorite palette of the week, or all of them if you want to. I really enjoy hearing from you what you've used, and sometimes that influences what I'm gonna use. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.